Yeah.
Milk fresh from the cow's udder. Honestly, it still feels warm.
That wee bit, that side, that wee bit better. That wee bit. Yeah, down, straight.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well, inshallah. I am currently in a really remote village in Morocco and the name is Benim Do. We have been here for 2 nights now visiting my husband's mother's side of the family, and they live on a farm here in a real traditional house. We are on the farm now to milk the cow this morning. I got off especially for this because yesterday I was up too late and I did give it a go in the evening, but honestly I was terrible at it. So here I am again giving it another go. First of all, the calf here has a drink in the morning. So I think we just let her, or him, I'm not sure, get as much as they want, and then we will start milking the cow. Oh.
Oh. They have my fork. Oh. Just. Yeah.
Getting the hang of it today. And this is how it's properly done. Sweet. Yeah, sweet. Halib Bazaf. So this is how much milk we ended up getting. It's actually so much. You can't really see properly in this bucket, but I would say it's just under half a bucket. For one go is really crazy. The cow usually gets milked twice a day, usually about 7 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock at night again. And on the first day when we arrived, we were all given a cup of fresh milk, and it was honestly so beautiful. I thought like proper fresh milk like that would be a little bit odd tasting, but no, it was absolutely beautiful. And I think it's so nice to be so self-sufficient, and they have their own sheep, they have all these different animals, and they use everything here. Everything's just so natural, and I think it's a really nice way of life. Okay, so here is a glass of milk fresh from the cow's udder. Honestly, it still feels warm. Auntie was offering to heat it up, but I said no, I would just drink it the way that it is, and honestly it feels like it's been heated up anyway. So here goes. This is what it looks like here. Just normal milk. Bismillah. Honestly, it tastes so good. I am such a fan of milk. I drink so much milk at home, and that just tastes absolutely amazing. My first drink of the day with this beautiful view here on this beautiful farm. I'm going to give you a little tour of where we've been staying. So in here is where me and Hams have been staying, and it's like an open kind of courtyard. All around here is open air, and they've got like the kitchen over here. Mum and Dad's room's up here. I'm going to show you mine and Hamza's room first. So we have a wee world map here, which is very fitting for me and Hamza. Come in here, there's a little light switch. So there's, right down here, it's quite dark, but there's like a concrete slab which can be used for a double bed, but it is very uncomfortable, obviously. Then they have the kind of traditional couch here. This was normally going right down, but they added an extra section here for me and Hamza to have a bed together because it was only a single bed. So this was our room, really big size. And you kind of come out here and you have this big open space here, which is really nice to just relax in when it's really hot. So in this room here is a little stock room where they keep the flour and different things in here. And again, it's a really big sized room. And she's given me a hat to wear. It's a traditional hat that they wear here. I have seen a lot of people actually wearing this when they're out on the fields and stuff to keep out the sun. This here is the dry meat. They let this dry for around about a week, and I actually did try this in Rabat in a meal that I had, and it was basically fried eggs in a tiny little tagine pot, and they call it khlé. Is that how you pronounce it? Khlé. And they have...
It's quite difficult to pronounce that.
Yeah, for me it's quite difficult. And they have little pieces of this in there, and it actually tastes so good. So now we're going to carry on with the tour. Through here is where my mum and dad were staying. So they've got this little kind of porchway here. Let's switch the light on. Oh, that's the light for out here. So this is where mum and dad were staying. You can see again the traditional Moroccan couch kind of going around the outside of the room. And this is also a bedroom. You've got these cute little windows here which go to the rest of the house, and then there's also some windows through here, and then they kind of go onto the farm. This room is actually called Ghorfa in this village, and that is their type of Arabic dialect. It means room above, so it's a room upstairs rather than the room downstairs. Here is a little door, and it just goes straight onto the farm. So you come out here, and they actually also have a traditional oven, which is so cool. I see a lot of people back home have these like miniature versions, and they call them pizza ovens, but this is where they bake all of their bread. So I just take this off here, and you can see in there, that's where they bake all their bread. I just love how everything's so self-sufficient here. I've never like lived on a farm before. I just think it's so cool. The tour is gonna have to stop for a little bit because breakfast is now served, so I'm gonna eat and then I'll carry on with the tour. Here is the breakfast that we're having. This is all homemade. These are these salty kind of biscuits, then the regular biscuits here, and here is some fresh pasta.
Everything is homemade except the honey.
Ah, okay. And then here's some tea as well. The butter here is homemade. I didn't actually realise that. I thought that one was bought. Alhamdulillah, that is breakfast finished. Now let's continue with the tour. This is the next room here, which is another stock room. You can see they've got lots of potatoes here. This is called fleo here, and they put it in the tea and it kind of tastes like a mint tea. And then you can see down here they've got big bags of wheat where they make their own bread, and a big box of onions there, but it's quite dark. So let's get on to the next room. This through here is the bedroom and the kitchen. So you can see down here they have a television. This is where Granny sleeps in here. Lovely picture of Medina. And this is where they cook all the meals. Fridge here. Lots of different teapots. Lots of different cooking pots here. And this kitchen is actually a really good size. All the kitchens I've seen in Morocco are quite small, but this one seems to be quite big, so really nice little area here. And as soon as you come out, there's another little area here where they also cook. Through here is a little shower room. You can see the buckets of water through here, and you've got like the little curtain that comes down for privacy. Now the next room through here is another bedroom, and they also have a washing machine here. That's where they keep the clothes, wardrobe, and this is the bed here. So again, it's the concrete slab on the floor, and then some blankets down. Down here is where the main door is there, and in here is the toilet. So you can see there it's a hole in the ground. You've got the buckets here to wash with, and this one also has a door that locks. So you just pull it over like that, and that's the door. This is also where they keep the water, so when they pick up the water from the donkey, who you can actually hear outside, they keep it here. So they just kind of refill it here, and then they have the stove up the top where I showed you, and that's where they'll heat up the water, or if they're just using it cold, they'll just take it straight out of the bucket. And this last door through here is another bedroom, but it's empty at the moment because it's quite dangerous in here. They think that the roof could fall down at any moment, so there's just some stuff there at the back, but this room isn't in use at the moment. Here is the front door, and you come out here. This is the little driveway, which is honestly absolutely insane to drive up. And basically you just come straight out here and you're onto the farm. So down here they normally have 2 sheep. They have a guard dog. there's a donkey. The donkey's actually up here, and they have 2 cows, you've seen them in the video, and they also have, I think it's 3 turkeys as well. So just then at breakfast they gave us eggs. It actually come from a turkey, and the milk, which is fresh, everything is just fresh here, and they really have to buy in their own things. Even when it was Eid, they'd grown their own sheep, so everything here is just so self-sufficient. Let me show you the donkey. Honestly, this little donkey is such a trooper. Yesterday we had such a long walk, and as we were coming uphill, my dad just couldn't really make it, so he sat on the donkey all the way back. And my mum ended up getting really sick. I think she spent too much time in the sun. So we put her on the back of the donkey, and this little guy carried them both up this massive hill. And he's just so good. Aren't you a good boy? Hey? Come here. You're a good boy. Aww. He's actually 15 years old, bless him. You can see just up there is actually the guard dog, and when we first arrived he would go crazy anytime we would walk outside, and now he's already gotten used to us, so that's nice because it's a little bit scary. I'm such a dog person, but when a dog is barking and going crazy, it is a little bit scary in case you think, wow, what if they do bite? We had an absolute nightmare driving here, so we came straight from Meknes, which was about a 2.5 hour journey. The road was okay, it was, alhamdulillah, it was okay until we got really close to this little town, and the roads just were non-existent. It was just crumbling away, and the sat-nav ended up taking us a completely different way. We got lost. We asked a man, because everybody here knows each other, and the last time Hamza was actually here was 15 years ago, so he couldn't remember exactly. The man ended up giving us directions, and we ended up being faced with literally, I've never seen a road like this. It's just absolutely insane. It does not look drivable at all. It was like this. I'm not even joking. It was a gradient like this, and it was just parts of the road were missing. There was a big group of people standing at the top, and this man with his donkey starts leading us up. When you're going up a hill like that, you need to have some sort of speed behind you, or you're just going to slip back down. And I couldn't go any faster because I would have hit into the donkey, so I had to stop halfway up this hill, and the car just wouldn't even stay still. It started sliding back down. I've never been so terrified in all my life. My dad ended up helping with the driving, and the whole thing was just an absolute disaster, but alhamdulillah we did manage to arrive here safely. This here is actually the little driveway, and I just said no, there's no way. After all the driving that I'd done, I said there's no way I'm even risking it, because we are in a rental car, you know. If it was my own car then yeah, maybe, but not a rental. You can see here how difficult this is actually going to be to get out of here, because this side you don't want to be hitting the car, but also you don't want to be sliding down that either. We'd actually driven up this road round here, but round that corner is where you see this kind of cliff edge. It's too far to walk though to show you guys, but honestly, trust me, it's absolutely horrendous. And apparently everybody in this village does not drive that way. Even the taxi drivers and people that are really, really used to being on the roads all the time, nobody goes that way because they find it terrifying. And yet you get 2 Scots, and we gave it a bash. We did make it up there. So we'd actually parked the car up there, but the family had said to us it's not a good idea to leave the car unattended, just in case, you know, of thieves or anything. So they actually asked a taxi driver to come and take the car up to the house, so he drove it up here. But the only issue is he's not available today, and we are now leaving today, so I am going to have to try and drive this myself, inshallah. Dad and Hamza are both going to stand at the front of the car and tell me which way to turn the wheel. Honestly, I'm so stressed out about it. Inshallah, it'll be okay. I'm just so worried about the hire car, to be honest with you. That's what's freaking me out, because we have to give it back today, and I just hope nothing bad happens to it. Inshallah, we make it back to Meknes safely. That's where we're heading to today, and we need to drop this car off. Here goes. It's time to give this off-road a go. I'm going to get Dad, Hamza at the front, Mum's going to be at the back of the car, and inshallah we'll make it down to the bottom of that hill.
Carry on. Yeah. That side, that way better. Yeah, down, straight. Yeah, carry on.
Carry on.
Well done. Very good.
Alhamdulillah, we made it down the hill. Honestly, I can't believe it. Everybody was helping me. We had Mum at the back, Hamza's auntie was in the car, Dad and Hamza at the front guiding me, and we made it down. We're now down to here on the main road, and we're just taking a little bit of a break, trying to calm the nerves a bit. Mum actually noticed here there's massive thistles. These are actually the flower of Scotland, and these ones are massive. So beautiful. We arrived back in Meknes safely. Honestly, that road was just something else. I can't believe that I managed to drive that with the help of Dad, Hamza and my mum, and also my auntie as well. Alhamdulillah, we are back in Meknes, and tonight we are actually travelling to Casablanca, inshallah. So this is the last day of the car rental. We are actually here at the garage at the moment getting it washed, and then I'm going to pick up my mum and dad from Granny's house. We've all just eaten as well. And then I'm going to drop them at the train station, come back to me and Hamza because we've all got 4 suitcases, drop the car off at the garage where we hired it from, and then inshallah we'll be getting the train. That is Mum and Dad now dropped off at the train station. They said their goodbyes to Hamza's family, and honestly it was just so sad. Everyone was crying so much. So now I'm just waiting on Hamza. He's taking them in to sit in a coffee shop. We are now in the taxi to go and meet Mum and Dad. They've been waiting for us probably for about over an hour now. But alhamdulillah, we have passed the car back, we've done everything we needed to do, and now we're ready to go to Casablanca. We are now at Meknes train station and we're on the way to Casablanca for the next couple of days. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one, inshallah. Bye!